So Robbie joins me after watching the Rocks entertaining 3-2 defeat to Cray Wanderers. Robbie, 2-0 up to 2-2. And then another defensive mistake, isn't it?
Listen, we've played against a team who scored 3 goals. And Amadou hasn't made a save. And the third goal is not even an attack. It's a long ball over the top. Centre half doesn't deal with it. And Amadou's, I've told him, his starting position's too deep, and we can't concede goals like that. They've had. Can you count how many chances they've had?
No, well,
none.
Yeah, they had 3 shots, 3 goals, really.
They've had a free kick that's gone over the bar, which is never a free kick in the second half, on Robbo. Yeah, and they've had the long range shot from 30 yards in the first half that went past the right hand post. And we've managed to lose 3-2 from a team that our keeper hasn't made a save, but yet we concede 3 goals. And I've just told him in there, it's got to stop, and if it doesn't stop, they won't play. It's as simple as that. And we can't give ourselves mountains to climb. And fair play to us second half. I thought Jake Flanagan gives a massive out in the second half with his quality and his crossing, which we didn't have in the first half. And we're pleased with the second half performance. But like you say, if you keep conceding goals like that, I mean, you don't see them in the playground. They're embarrassing. And like I said, if the personnel doesn't change that, the personnel will be getting changed. And I don't care, because, like I said to the players, I'll play Danny Howick all day long. And the reason why I took him off is because that was his 3rd game in 5 days.
And 90 minutes in an hour.
And what I don't want to do is destroy him early doors in terms of his physical side of it. He's a strong lad, there's no problem with that, but we just looked at it. We tried to get an extra attacker on. He'd played that number of minutes and games. We felt it was right to take the kid off. Bearing in mind, that decision hasn't had an impact on the 3rd goal, is because your centre half should deal with the ball, and then your goalkeeper should deal with it if he doesn't deal with it. And if you keep conceding goals like that, we've got no chance.
Well, it's safe to say, it's exactly what you said, Robbie. The game changed when Jake Flanagan came on down that right-hand side, set up one of the goals, and his constant threat, he's not 100%, is he? But 60-70% Jake Flanagan is still a quality player.
But it's about the players you've got, Pete. So you can bring Jake Flanagan, who's a quality player. You can push Harvey White into the middle of the park because he's a quality player. And unfortunately, we couldn't do that in the first half because of the balance of the team in terms of what personnel we had. With Harvey Hughes being suspended, it was very difficult to play how we want to play. But that was what we felt we had to go with. We tried to be a bit more attacking in the second half, which I think it showed. And I thought we got back into the game with 2 well-taken goals. But listen, you can't concede goals of that poorness. It's so basic. And we tried to switch it up a little bit in formations and go for it a little bit. But we were on the front foot. They were gone. They were dead and buried at 2-2. You could see them, they were kicking balls out of the back, and then all of a sudden, one long ball over the top, goal. And inevitably, you can't. If you keep conceding 43 seconds, goal, when Nathan's ball goes up to Nathan, there's no one within 5 yards of him, it bounces off his chest 10 yards, bam, one ball, goal. Dan Gifford comes short, holds the ball up, plays a ball back that no one can hold. They drive forward, 2-0. That's all they had. And then the ball goes over the top, goal. So, we've lost to a team that hasn't had a shot. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, we're going on to selection. I would say, personally, I think Ethan Robbs may be a little bit harsh to have him on the bench and not come on, especially I thought he was our better player against Bowles and Pitsy. He done well in a week out of position as well, but he didn't come on today. Any news on that?
No news, really. It's just that we tried to, when you're getting beat, we tried to bring attacking players on, and we felt that Calvin was holding that midfield. We tried to bring Harrison to play him a little bit higher with Harvey in them areas. Obviously, Jake Flanagan came on as a wide player. It would have been very difficult to put Ethan Robb on in terms of in the wide players. We couldn't really. We only changed Howitt because of the numbers, because of the minutes. If we don't want to change the back line. It's all the front line, and unfortunately, that was just the way it was. And if you see it that way, and I see it a little bit different on that.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things where everyone sees different, and it's just a question because he could have had a knock. I don't know all that. We had Craney in the commentary box. Not looking good injury-wise for Craney, is it? No. Unfortunately not, because he's one player that we need around the players on days like this today, just to keep the morale up, because he is an encouraging player, isn't he?
Yeah, and he was in. He's part of everything we're doing. And Craney's a good lad, a good player. It's fortunate that his knees flared up. We'll have to wait until Monday to see what happens. But we've got to concentrate with the players we can get out on the pitch at the minute. And we've got a game Monday now, and so we need to focus on that and then try and get a result.
Do you think there'll be? I know it's a transitional period now to the end of the season with the players, but have we got any potential players coming in to join to the end of the season? Or
listen, it's what I would say, Pete, is it is sometimes certainly. 5 or 6 weeks to go. It's difficult to get players in all the time.
Yeah.
But we will be trying to look to bring a couple of players in if possible. We will. We know we need that. We know the players need help in that sort of situation. And if there's a player that's available, we will be looking to bring that player in.
Well, how good was it to see Dan Gifford back on the score sheet, working hard again. 2 strikers finishes today. The second goal we took fantastic, one-on-one. First goal tap in, but he had to be at the right place. How good is it to see Dan back in the goals?
Yeah, no, absolutely. To be fair, I give him a bit of a rollicking at half time. Him and Nathan, because of the hold-up play, and you're not doing it enough. But listen, we played. I thought in the second half we played on the front foot. We got crosses in, and I've told Sam Dowridge the same, that I need more from him. If he wants to be a part of this football club and wear the shirt, he has to have more. 2, I thought he's going through the motions, and I told him in there, he needs to be more stronger. I've told Craig Robson he has to defend better than that. I've told Amadou his starting positions have got to be better, and unfortunately I ain't going to stand for it. I ain't going to stand for it, and the people, if they make mistakes and it's continuing, they won't play. It's as simple as that.
Well, we heard the news last night at the Fans Forum. Jack stepping down as manager, of course, still going to be involved with the club going forward, which is needed. Jack is a fantastic person to be involved around the club. It was a very emotional speech by him last night, and he wasn't here today. Was he at another match, or did he just have his
Jack's
matches?
okay. Jack's fine. He's absolutely fine. And what I would say is, not only was he emotional, I've been emotional. I wouldn't call it a sad day, because rightly or wrongly or whatever it is, Jack Pearce for this football club should be celebrated. And I know people were saying he shouldn't be manager all this, but really the bigger picture, he should be celebrated for what. Look at the state of this football club he's in. Listen, there's a number of people who do it, but he's been at the forefront, right at the front of making sure this ground and the club is in a great footing. And he's an amazing man, and he's got so much knowledge of the game. He's so trusted in the game, and we're very, very fortunate. Throughout the years, 52 years he's been at this football club, we're very, very fortunate to have a special guy associated with this club. And now it's about remembering Jack in terms of him, as he's still here obviously, but it's about sort of celebrating him a little bit and appreciating him and having that respect for him, because like I told the players beforehand, he's touched everybody in this dressing room, in terms of his heart and his commitment. And he's always give everybody an opportunity to play, and he's been fantastic and amazing, and I can't speak highly enough for the guy in terms of a coach and a manager and as a person. So it's about just hopefully celebrating him.
Yeah, well, after last night, I think the fans will echo exactly what you just said. Got a standing ovation, and rightly so.
Yeah.
But we go on to Monday now. Quick turnaround. It's not what we need really with our injury situation. But Carl Shorten away, Robbie. We have to play well again, don't we?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a tough game. Whenever you go away from home. No different to Carl Shorten. Probably a very good home team, and we've just got to knuckle down and listen. You look at the mistakes we've made today, Pete. 2 centre forwards don't hold the ball up goal, and 1 long ball over the top. If your centre half don't deal with it and your keeper don't deal with it, you're in trouble, because we played against a team that really haven't caused us that many problems and scored 3 goals. So for us to have that situation is very, very poor.
Well, Robbie, we're going on to Monday. I had to get that right, because it's normally the Tuesday. But all the best, mate, and I hope we don't pick up any more injuries to the end of the season.
We don't know. We hope that. And listen, appreciate the supporters. It's a new transitional side of it, and you just need to be given time to implement your style and hopefully get everything in place. And we've got to look onwards and upwards. It's been probably the last 48 hours in terms of the football club, a little bit of not upheaval, but a bit of changing going on. We've all got to knuckle in, stay together, and I'm pretty sure the results on the pitch will be more positive.
Cheers, Robbie. Enjoy your evening.
Top man, Pete. Cheers, mate.